Number 31. When I return from abroad every other year, I am impressed with the wealth of Japan. Especially I get this impression from the young people of Japan. In the first place, they wear nice clothes in fashion instead of wearing jeans with holes in the knees and worn-out t-shirts. It appears to me that their handbags and watches are no less expensive than those of adults. In Japan, there is a market for young people. It is not limited to clothing only. It also applies to leisure activities. It is not too much to say that even the universities are markets for young people. What country in the West is able to do business with only young people in view as consumers? Most of the young people in the West are barely making both ends meet. At the age of 18, they live apart from their parents and stand on their own feet. Not a few students work their way through college. They must earn money for bread to live on. For them, such things as skiing in the Alps and wearing fashionable clothes are out of the question. Those who have side jobs are the lucky ones, for most young people are out of work. If Japanese parents were to stop giving money to their children, what would become of them?
Number 32. No doubt some people are lucky enough to have a good sense of direction by birth. But I am poor at sensing direction, and even though I must have visited a place time after time, I get lost on my way to the place. When I was a teenager, I was so shy that I couldn't ask the way, and used to wander in circles and hope that some miraculous chance would bring me to the spot I was heading for. I am no longer too embarrassed to ask people for directions, but I often receive very confusing replies. Therefore, after having asked for directions, I regret doing so now and then. If anyone ever asks me the way somewhere, I always tell them that I am not familiar with this area in order to avoid confusing them. But even this can have embarrassing results. When I was once on my way to work, I was stopped by a man who asked me if I would direct him to the Sunlight Building. I replied as usual, but soon I realized that he had asked for the way to my office building. At this point, I tried turning back in search of him, but it was too late.
Number 33. Some people complain of being short of time. Others are always looking for ways to kill time. Often time problems come about in an external situation. In our work, there is nothing for it but to make appointments and fill in schedules. But time problems are based on our fears and desires as well. We are always falling into traps of our own setting when we have scheduled too many things in advance. Why do people in a doctor's waiting room or at the beauty salon reach for a magazine at once? Why does waiting get on their nerves, even if they have plenty of time? Why can't they enjoy themselves at leisure to their heart's content with nothing to do? We are afraid of doing nothing because it might make us think about ourselves. So any kind of activity supplies us with the excuse that we are too busy to deal with our own problems.